Hey folks, it's Jumpin' Quails and welcome back to more Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, part 14 of our wonderful little Aderi campaign. Now, last we left off, kind of left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. In case you folks didn't watch the last episode, here's a bit of the TLDR. Since we've had some pretty good victories against the Southern Empire in our war, we'd managed to take Sesadam Castle and defeat an army of 225 with the assistance of this army right behind us, Fostor's army. And now we're going to be fighting the main army of the Southern Empire, Rajia's army, the leader of the Southern Empire. And we're hoping to catch them. There's a good chance they'll flee as soon as they see this army go around, so we're going to be here to make sure we can actually catch up to them. There we go. So now all we have to do is make sure the army is close enough, and once they are, we can for sure go into the fight. So let's see. We don't want to jump on it too soon. There we go. Oh, we might be... Ooh, come on. We're just trying to get the army to catch up here, because as soon as we can get the army to close enough to join the battle, we'll be fine. I think we actually might be close enough at this point. Come on, they're right there. They might be just a little too far away. This is, again, very good chance. Oh, they're gonna get away. No. Oh, they're turning around. Oh, Okay, look, we got them on our side. I almost completely messed it up. There we go. So we know we're at war. We're about to find the main army. I don't believe I might have control of my own units. I might not. I don't know how that mechanically works. I know the army, the leader of the faction, can sometimes do it, but since he's not here, I should be in control of my own units. How many men are in this battle? I believe it's actually over the limit of the field. Okay, so not all of my men are actually present because I can only have a maximum battle size of 1,000 troops on the field. So I believe as more units die, more of our men will come in. So that being said, I'm not going to play too aggressively here. I think the Southern Empire is probably going to take up, or are they advancing on us? They're definitely taking the high ground, which is interesting to see. The AI will do that. I'm going to keep moving my guys up as we go along here, just so they're all kind of ready to respond when they give the order. With them taking the high ground, I'm actually going to go ahead and move my units over onto this hill over here, and kind of keep my archers on a similar high ground. It's not as tall as theirs, but it's certainly helpful. Now, looking at what they have, they do have 111 archers, mainly infantry. Looking at our groups of infantry, though, let's give me commands.
Move!
Looking at us, though, we definitely have more infantry and more archers, so I'm not too worried. We'll definitely take some casualties, at least on the infantry side of things. But other than that, we should be entirely fine. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually reposition my archers to right here, and keep the warriors right behind, because again, I don't want to lose my troops, but I don't mind if a few other troops die for me. That manipulation really just completely messed up those scouts. Luckily we have people who use spears in our army. Some Imperial recruits did not do too well, or that sole Imperial recruit. Our men are still moving up, so I think what I'm going to actually do is just keep up moving a little bit further, stick with the main group, so we're going to provide some assistance, just not a whole lot of assistance in terms of just like dying. So I'm going to move my guys up a bit more here. My group is still pretty far in the back. They're getting distracted by trying to kill all these horse units over here. Again, I completely realized in my last video, which will fix this. We can actually fix this right now. There is a way for me to actually be able to tell the differences between friendly and enemy troops. So now I'll be able to see my troops because of this. I don't normally have this on, but fighting the other empires is making it incredibly difficult for me to tell who is and who isn't. Like, as soon as we see this group clash and that group, yeah, they're a darker shade of purple, but it's just going to be incredibly annoying to deal with and try to differentiate, especially in the heat of the moment where I'm trying to make sure I don't die and I keep as many of my allies alive. So yeah, we're going to just have it on for now until the war with the Southern Empire ends, and then go ahead and take it off, because I think that's the best thing we can do. It makes it a little bit easier. Maybe it's not the nicest thing to see all of that, but it's fine. So luckily our infantry, or our range is still well enough able to get shots down range from all the way over there. I'm going to move my front men down here, because they won't be in the way, and they'll still be ready to intercept anyone who gets in front of my archers. Though again, I don't think anything is really going to happen. I'm just going to keep lobbing arrows over the top and hopefully hit some of them in the back. I think that's, again, best case scenario. Let's see. We're still getting shots in. I'm not sure what's happening to our units. It looks like they're somehow pushing us, is what I want to say. I can't tell. I'm trying to be very careful of where I get these shots down range. It looks like they have us on our right flank. I don't know what's going on with this battle right now. We're certainly winning in terms of casualties. I'm going to move everyone up actually now. I think it's safe enough. So I'm going to move arrows closer up here, just behind them, and my infantry behind there. There's a good chance that actually I'm just going to start charging everyone. So I think at this point we're pretty safe. Look, the main forces are broken. I'm not doing a whole lot of stuff, but I'm trying to, again, be safe with my units. I don't want to lose a whole lot. Getting them up to my max rank is my top priority, at least for myself at the moment. And I don't want to be ruining things for me. I don't want to be, you know, making things possibly worse and, you know, accidentally getting all my men butchered and just losing the massive amount of experience we had. But I actually can't be this careful in the future. I can't be this cautious, but I might as well utilize my allies while they have them. Let my archers get up, because archers are really going to be what's going to be my driving force. So, I killed that man. That man was not wounded. He died because of he moved in front of my arrow at the last second. I take no blame for that. That was like, he didn't look both ways before crossing the street. You know, it wasn't a school zone. He just kind of jaywalked, and you know, I was on a highway. I think that's what happened. I think that's the equivalent there. Totally not my fault. I totally checked my fire. Yeah, we really didn't get anything done. We got actually some promotions with our melee units. I don't even know how the hell that happened, but I mean, it happened. And we got some promotions with our archers as well. So I'm surprised we actually got that many promotions. I didn't think my infantry was going to get in there and really get anything done. But they did, so we're going to go ahead and take her prisoner just to donate her for influence, because we are in desperate need of influence with only 28. It's not going to be a whole lot we can do with that. We're going to go ahead and take the Imperial Trainer, or the Veteran Archer. Do I want to take him prisoner? It's going to slow me down if I do take him prisoner. And again, we are still looking at a lot of units for these horse archers, and I'm definitely going to be looking to take these guys in once we can. And I'm also be looking any new... I might try just going for sticking with this number of archers I have now. I think 30 is good. But for now, until we can get our party limit up, we're definitely not going to be touching that all too much. So we're going to be upgrading everyone here into the best infantryman opponent, except, you know, save for the veteran infantryman. I'm not going to touch them just yet, because that's really expensive too. Excuse me, I got burps again. Every time I try doing a recording, it's just like the gas in my chest is just like, sorry, Chief, we got to come up. I'm like, alright, well, I don't want you to, but go ahead. And so we're stuck there. So they have Imperial troops. I don't even know why they have militia prisoners. That's weird. I guess maybe they had attacked a village, and perhaps that's why they had militia prisoners. But we're definitely going to take everything we see here. That's some pretty good loot, if I do say so. We got a Sumpter horse out of it, so it is another horse for our pack. And it will slightly increase our movement speed on the map. With that major victory against essentially against the South, that's going to put us in pretty good standing in the war with the Southern Empire. I think even if we were to declare peace at the moment, there is an owner situation. I'm not going to bother voting for myself just to see how much I could get. Yeah, it wouldn't even be enough. I would need at least 60, if not to 100 influence. So I'm going to abstain. It's going to go to Tynops. I really don't care about it. As much as I think I would like it, it's pretty much in the center of the map. I think actually having that would be nice, but again, I don't have much influence, so there's not much I can do. So we're going to approach the gate and hail the guard. We're going to request entry so we can actually donate this prisoner. So let's see what we can do. Get rid of her. She's going to get, it's only going to kind of a very small amount of influence. Actually didn't even give me any influence, which is interesting. But let's see. Is there any prisoners I really want to get rid of? Not really. We're going to check our clan level real quick. We're only about halfway, 6 of the way to the clan level 3, which should give us about, I think, another 15 units to use. I can't quite remember how that number works. We are still missing, I think, a single unit. So let's go ahead and, is there any melee units going to be picked up? It doesn't look like it, so we're not going to touch that just yet. Maybe this infantryman will decide to join us sometime soon. It looks like they are raiding this village to the north here. There's a battle going on, and it doesn't look like it's going well in our favor. So what we're going to do is go ahead and help them out so we can keep our noble out of prison, or from being a prisoner, and keep him able to recruit and kind of hold on. I'm really hoping he doesn't charge. It looks like he really wants to. I don't know why he does, but what we're going to go ahead and do is kind of just move everyone up in a single line. I'm not going to charge my guys again. That seems like a pretty foolish thing to do. They do have 17 archers, so it definitely can hurt me if I play this really foolishly. They are playing the defensive role there, so what I am actually going to go ahead and do is I'm going to move everyone up to only about right here for the time being. And once they are there, I'm going to go ahead and actually put my infantry into a shield formation or a shield wall so they can kind of stand in front, and hopefully my archers can get some shots lobbed out to the back. But let's see what happens. I can't really say too much. I'm completely falling short on these shots. I thought I was a bit closer. There we go. Let's see. Okay, we'll move everyone a little bit closer. Oh, I hit the same recruit too. Otherwise I would not have killed that guy. So let's see. The horseman, I'm actually going to just keep in the back. I'm not going to charge them in just yet because I don't see that going too well. What we're going to do is move our infantry in front, put them in a shield wall, switch back to arrows, and put them to loose from they're just charging. Okay, I was not expecting a charge. I'm not complaining about it, it's just not what I was expecting. With this already happening, we might as well just charge everyone in. Because, I mean, they're already broken. It's only the archers in the back, and I'm pretty sure we can do enough damage here, just kind of running around and getting shots in. We haven't lost a single person in this fight, so that just kind of goes to show you how much we can turn the battle. I think I got shot by a friendly arrow there. I got shot from my Nachi. That was, I think, ahead of me, because I didn't get shot from the right, yeah. See, and then my horse took an arrow to the temple, it looks like. That horse is just... Ooh, thank God. Alright. Well, we won that with no casualties, it looks like. Or did we take any casualties? It doesn't even look like it, so that was perfect. We ended up saving our friend there, so that's a pretty decent win, and we managed to take another enemy lord prisoner. Or at least I or he will. I'm not sure who's going to get it. I think he might. Oh no, he's going to become my prisoner. Perfect. And let's see, we have some wonderful little Imperial infantry to get back up to the veterans, which is exactly what we want. Turn him into a Palatine guard. And keep going with that. There's no one here we really want to take. The Imperial Equite looks promising, but we're not going to do anything with him at the moment. So let's see what else we can get going on here. Take this and keep moving. So we are sitting at 69. We're still waiting for that one guy to join us. Let's see, that is an infantry of 3, 10 ranged, and 3 cavalry. That's certainly a fight we can win. If we can actually catch up to him. Whether or not we can is an entirely different story. What I should actually go ahead and do is probably head over to Amatatis, if I pronounce that right. Amatatis, I think is how I pronounce it. I could be entirely wrong with that, but I have no idea. But we're going to go over there. We're going to just sell off the goods that we've gotten from these multiple battles and hopefully make a decent amount of coin off of it. And let's see what we can get. If we go to this trade section, we also have some food that I'm sure I'm going to have to lock down because I might sell it. Oh, we even have Steppe Horse. Or Steep Horse? Steppe? One of the two. I can't pronounce. Again, I don't know how to pronounce half the names in this game. It's just very weird to me. We have grapes that we can lock on, so I'm not going to sell any of that off. Any other food that we potentially will get away. We can go and just sell animals. I don't really care too much about that. That just slows us down in the long run. We could slaughter them for food, but it's not my top priority to hold on to them because, again, they just slow us down. Is there anything that we're looking at here that looks like it's going to be a better case scenario if you were to hold on to it? Doesn't look like it. Let's just quickly see if there's anything that would actually benefit her in any way. Again, no javelins in their inventory, so there's not really a reason to. They have an Eastern Spear. I don't think that's going to be anything better than what she currently has, not even by a long shot, so everything looks like we're going to get rid of for a solid 10,000 coin. That is a fine and dandy number. That is a lot of goodies. That's a good amount of stuff. Now, unfortunately, we can't really do anything else with that. We already have all 3 workshops that we can afford, so really it's just money that we can use to ourselves. So let's go actually ahead and see if there's anything we can do when it comes to the trading. So we're going to go back here and see what else we can go ahead and buy with this coin, because until we have more or get more renown, there's really not much point. Obviously, having some to stave up would be a good idea. Let's see, that is a stack amount of 32, 3 pierce damage, and 100% accuracy of the weapon tier 5. That is pretty expensive. That would be pretty much 87% of what we just made from coinage, but again, having better arrows doesn't sound half bad either. Well, I think what instead of what I'm going to look for is a better bow. And we obviously have a good amount of money. With this, we have a accuracy of 91. It does 62 pierce damage with a missile speed of 76 and a weapon tier of 6. Compared to these two, all this is really different. It's just, again, higher missile speed. But this is the bow we currently have. This is the bow we could buy for 16,000 coin. I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. That doesn't seem like the best case scenario. I think instead what would actually be better is either buy a better helmet, per se, or maybe some better arm guards, because we have some pretty weak arm guards from the looks of it. So let's see what we can get in terms of arm guards. Bannerlord plate guards, I think that's the best. I think that is the best, if not one of the best arm guards you can get in the game. Obviously, we can't afford it. We're still 17,000 coins short. So I think what we will go ahead and do is actually buy these, though it's not terribly expensive. It's only 43,000 gold, or 4,300 gold. And we'll go ahead and give her these other hand-me-downs and just go ahead and sell this back off. But we're not quite done. I know. What else am I going to buy? Well, as we saw earlier, we did see these stacked bodkin arrows, which do look fairly nice if you're looking at them. And I'm kind of interested in buying them, well, because again, it does more pierce damage, which will help get through better armor. And it has more arrows, so it gives us more chances to get shots off. Imagine having 2 of these on me, that's 64 arrows I can fire off, instead of only, if I did my math correctly, 54. So that's only 8 more, but it's still a lot better, or 6 more. I can't do math. The point is, I can't do math. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and hold on this. We're going to play essentially 12,000 gold, but I mean, hey, it gives us some better gear, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. But let's see, we're still at war with the Seventh Empire, so let's go ahead and head south and see what we can find down here. There's a good chance Essedan Castle won't do too well on its own. I don't know if it's even been properly garrisoned, but that's not much of a problem anymore until it's being sieged. It looks like Ammonon's army is coming over here. I wonder what they're doing. Let's see what they're going on in terms of the Kingdom tab. It looks like they're just traveling to Tabia to raid, so not anything really important or major. I don't even think their army's that big, so trying to raid or take a castle of 500 or 451 troops probably won't go over too well. It looks like someone's ready to join us. It is the Imperial Infantrymen who we've been waiting on, which is exactly what we wanted. And so now we're back at our max of 73, which is just fine and dandy. Gyarios, who just made an army? It was Gyarios, so I wonder what he's doing. I think he's just going to go raid at the moment as well. He's currently chasing down this unit over here, which I'm not sure why. It's 75 men, so we might as well help him out if he gets close enough to help them so he doesn't lose too many units. At this point, we're pretty much just like a reinforcement force or a quick reactionary force, just kind of responding to anyone in any way. I'm going to go ahead and let them charge a bit first, so they're going to be the ones taking most of the punishment, and then I'll go ahead and charge the units in the back, although keeping my horseman just on me, because I don't want to charge him in there. He's only a heavy horseman, so he won't do too well if he gets a spear to the gut. But yeah, he's going to stay close to me. Unfortunately, when you have cavalry follow you, they do like to stand in front of you a good bit, especially when you're trying to shoot arrows, so it can be a little bit annoying. I'm not sure what that pure cataphract he's doing. It doesn't look like an elite cataphract because it doesn't look like he has a cape. He just got completely knocked off his horse. Let's see if we can get a shot on him here. Is that a cat? That is just a cataphract, right? Or no, that may be elite. I can't tell if that's a cape or not. I don't have the best of eyes, as you can tell. And again, it looks like the armies have actually clashed here, so I mean, they're not going to hopefully take too many casualties on their end, but we definitely have our units staying in the back, and they should be joining here in just a second to kind of help turn the tides in case anything goes wrong. But it doesn't even look like it needed they need me in the first place, so we're just here for the backup. And this still some precious loot. No, exciting stuff. What's going to happen? Gyarios is going to say thank you anyways, even though I think my men did absolutely next to nothing. We killed one person in our party. We did one. We got one person. We did so great. We truly saved your neck, Gyarios, King of the West. I have given you such great deeds by providing you literally assistance that probably did not help whatsoever. But yeah, we've helped them there, so there's no reason to stay in the area. There's a hideout here, but I'm not sure how many parties or how much of a party is in there. We could definitely go look around, but I'm gonna keep running throughout these southern lands and see what I can find in terms of parties, defenses. See, that's only an army of 326 defending that. It's certainly a takeable city. Now, if we actually have the army or the men to take it, that's a different question. I certainly don't have the influence to be doing that, unfortunately. But yeah, an army of either 580 or 578 is more than capable of taking a city. The AI doesn't like to think so, but it is certainly capable. Now, apparently they have moved to defend the Sykesdam Castle. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but Gyarios has already built up a sizable force of 518 men. I think he has one more army getting ready to join him. I got a burp again. I don't know. Jeez, I don't know what's going on. I didn't even have anything, like, busy. And looks like this army's breaking apart a little bit. I think that used to be a lot bigger of an army. Where are you going, Gyarios? I didn't mean to click on that. He's gathering near Sykesdam, so whatever he's doing is just kind of waiting near there. I really do hope we can actually go and take another castle, because again, I would love to have a castle over here. Not like Cyrene or Melion or anything, but as our bigger castle would certainly be nice. 291 men. Again, certainly takeable. 578. A city of only 391 is again certainly takeable, but it doesn't look like the AI really wants to do it. And again, wish they were a bit more aggressive when it comes to the decisions. Now, we are running out of food, and we only have about 4 more days of food left, so actually, hold on, before we do that, let's just go ahead and attack this group of looters. This is some decent experience in gold and loot right here, if we catch them, and we're going to go ahead and fight them. It's just pretty battles after battles in this one, folks, isn't it? Very little else going on. We did some training, but that's not a whole lot anyways. So what we're going to go ahead and do is put the horse behind them. We're going to put the warriors just in front of them. Luckily, we have everyone with shields. I'm actually going to go ahead and put them into a shield wall. And we're going to put our archers just behind them in loose formation. So that way, it doesn't really matter with this many archers, but again, it just helps us spread out the damage more. And since the looters aren't actually in a tight line, they're going to be in a loose formation as well as they charge up. So we could just charge. We certainly have numbers on them. We have just about as many infantry, I think, or the same amount of infantry as they do looters. But again, trying to avoid any casualties as possible. Once we do enough damage, I will just go ahead and charge everyone in. But I'd like to see at least like 5 to 10 casualties from arrows. So if we're counting 1, 2, 3, come on, 4, there we go, 5. That's what I like to see. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is, since the archers have done a decent amount of job, I'm going to go ahead and charge the infantry, because some of them are breaking, but some of them haven't broken yet. I think I might have actually misjudged that entirely, because not all of the, I expected them to not break so easily, because I forget they're looters and they have some of the worst morale next to peasants. But yeah, I mean, oh well, there's not much we can do about it. Oh god, that shot looks so tantalizing. I'm getting my bow skills getting leveled up too, which is good. You're supposed to be dead, sir. Could you please die for me? Thank you. Let's see if our elite horse or heavy horseman can get a kill here. It doesn't look like there's really anything done. Oh, he did get a kill. He got a... Or did he get a kill? I'm not sure what he did. Oh, he got promoted, actually. That's fine. That's perfect. He got promoted, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't even think he did anything this battle. He didn't get a single kill, but I mean, I guess he's been ready to be promoted. He's gained enough experience, so there's always a reason to fight. Yeah, our bow skills now level 96. We're so close to getting that next little rank up for it. But look, he's gonna become a cataphract. Look at him. Look how cool he is. Look how nice he looks. Look at his horse. You can't really see him back there, but oh, he looks so nice. Yeah, I'm a fan bowing over the cataphracts again. They're one of the nicest looking units in the game, at least in my opinion. Next to, I think the Imperial units have some of the nicest looking units in the entire game, just because it's got like a silver and gold look to them. And not to say that other factions have it. I'm certain the Banner Knights, kind of like every little faction follows their own aesthetics based on a certain time period and the people are supposed to be presenting. That was my mouse almost going flying off the table. I completely hit it with my hand. But yeah, we didn't get much food from that. We only got 2 foods, so we're going to go ahead and buy some food from the village we're at war with, interestingly enough. Again, love how you can do it. They're like, the villagers are just trying to live. It's like, I'm just coming through like, listen, my men need food. You have food. I'm willing to pay you. I know we're at war and you're supporting the enemy, but you know what? Like, it's a deal. No one has to know about it. And so we just leave after buying some of their food. And the villagers are like, see ya, chief. Hopefully you don't raid us in the future. I'm like, I don't plan on raiding you because I don't need you. Other than food. So I technically do have a reason to raid. Ooh, we're looking at an army of 62 infantry, only 8 ranged. 42 of those being recruits. Ooh. I'm actually going to be really hopeful I can catch him here. Come on, come on, come on. He ran himself into a corner. Perfect. This is wonderful. So this is going to be a very nice battle. The odds are still very much in our favor. As you can tell, even though we have roughly the same number, based on the sheer, sheer strength in levels of my troops, we're definitely going to be the ones who come out on top here, at least according to the power. That doesn't always happen. Sometimes I have had battles where it really doesn't matter. The power was like, only 25% in my favor, and thankfully due to some wonderful tacticians, or the tactical moves that we've added. Then again, that was also with only like 1/3 of the damage on, so I don't know what I'm talking about half the time.
Move out!
Let's go. We're going to see what they do. Just move against it a little bit more. Again, it's more of the same tactics for the time being. We don't need to get too fancy when it comes to the Imperials. Again, charging and being reckless with our tactics and getting men killed is not viable. Not in my eyes. I'd much rather be careful. I'd much rather get as many kills as possible from afar and making it easier for my infantry units. Sure, they might not get as much experience, but keeping them alive is much better than letting them die in battle, even if they do get more experience, because it might just be a slower process. Now, it looks like their range isn't opening up quite yet, but we're going to go ahead and open up with our own infantry and whatnot. So I'm going to keep my infantry actually in another shield wall once they get up here. It doesn't look like our Palatine guards are opening up just yet. I think I'm hearing shots go off, but I haven't seen any arrows land near me, so I think it might have been my Palatine guards. My horsemen just completely ran into the tree. The AI cavalry doesn't tend to do too hot when it comes to navigating properly. Now let's actually see, do we have a full force of Palatine guards? No, we still have trained archers, 2 trained archers. I don't see a veteran archer amongst our ranks. Also only 1. We're so very, very close. So it's time to put our infantry into a shield wall. And with them getting kills, it looks like they're finally going to charge. And I think what I actually should do is I'm going to go ahead and, this might be a questionable thing, I'm going to go and put my arrows back there. It's going to take them some time to move back, but I mean, it's going to get them into an upper hill advantage, and then luckily, I don't think the AI should go for them. The archers and cavalry may go for them. I'm going to keep the horse on me here and have them follow me. There's not really a reason to charge him in. A lone cavalryman won't do too much in terms of damage. Now I'm going to hold my own melee units here, just kind of in front. They're in a shield wall, just kind of protect against arrows. We're going to do some damage from afar against their shielded units. It looks like they're pretty interestingly, I guess, garrisoned. Looks like they might be in trouble here. Actually, my archers are doing much damage. They're collapsing on their sides here. And so now it's just a matter of kind of trying to protect their units from the rear. Of course, we're not doing too hot on that. But luckily with this tactic, we've only taken 2 wounds. I'm not taking a single death so far. Where did you come from? Hello? But yeah, we've already done major damage. I think now would be a good time to charge. Oh, we have taken 2 wounds because we just got cavalry in there for 2 deaths. That's unfortunate. Both are veteran infantrymen. Not ideal. We have archers, or we have cavalry here. Hopefully our guys should be able to take care of. Just stab them right. There you go. And, oh, that really hurt. Please don't shoot me. Don't focus on me. Focus on my guys who have shields up. I'm just gonna hopefully shoot you in the back of it, or I guess the side works. He grabbed his neck like I shot him through the neck there. But yeah, unfortunate, we took 3 deaths, and 4 wounds, partially because the cavalry came at the last second and caused us some damage, which is unfortunate. But let's see, this guy doesn't even have a spear out, which is really odd, seeing he could probably just be a lance unit and spear someone who is still alive on their team. It looks like my men aren't sharing. Oh, we have 1, wonderful. So yeah, 3 deaths is not unfortunate. We have 12 promotions, those will definitely outweigh the losses we've suffered. You fought well. We're actually going to I normally would let him go, but I again am in need of influence. Some of the best influence I can get is from essentially donating prisoners. I actually don't even know if they give me experience, but I'm certainly going to find out. We know we're only down to 1 Imperial trained archer and 2 veteran. We're so close to having 30 full, just complete golden paladin guards, the gods themselves. Again, if you can't tell, I'm very much into paladin guards. I really just love them with everything, every part of my being. Looking at our main party wages, they are definitely steadily going up as we are bringing up the what's the name of it? I can't remember. I can't think of the name. The levels of our troops, making them better. We gained a level, wonderful. That means we can actually put ourselves into something. Oh, we actually even have a point. We have a free attribute point. So what am I going to put it into? Well, sorry to say, it's actually going to go ahead and be put into Steward. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 units into 2 points into Steward for the sole reason this is going to give me some much better stuff in terms of helping out my little what's the word? My settlements, my fiefs, whatever the game calls them. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and head over to Amatides and pick up some more units, pick up some another 3 units who we lost, unfortunately, in that battle. Some pretty experienced men, but oh well. If I were to have charged them right in, there's a good chance we would have lost a lot more men without many promotions. And at this point, given the little amount of lower tier units we have, it would certainly be better just to be a bit more cautious, to hold on to our higher tier units, use what advantage we have to ourselves. And I think it's being the best tactician possible. Look, we only have 2 units to pick up here, which is pretty unfortunate. And it's really weird, there's a castle right there. But we're just going to head back down south. If another 2 units picked up, I'm not too worried about anything. It looks like we are running close to the end of our episode. We haven't gotten much done on the grand scale of things. We helped defend System Castle, defeated a pretty large army, and now we're kind of roaming throughout, seeing what the AI is going to help us do. I actually should have dropped off the prisoner. Oh well, at this point I might as well just let them go, because I completely forgot to do it while I was at the city, unfortunately. Let's see, we're going to actually just go ahead and head over to the east here a little bit, or west. Not really a reason to, it looks like, so we'll head back this way. Again, they all seem pretty content just raiding villages. They're not really we have the definite advantage to ourselves, and unfortunately, if I were to make an army, if I took a look at that real quick, it's going to cost me a decent amount of experience. I can't even get 2 units here. This would pretty much put us around 260 units, but it's not going to do us a whole lot of favors in terms of trying to take a city or a castle with the same amount, if not more, troops garrisoned in it than us, so we have to be a little more cautious, get a lot more influence. My main goal, if we could take Lycaron or even Poros for ourselves, if we can get enough influence to actually take this city, I'd love to try getting enough influence to actually get the city for myself. It's a major source of income. That's like thousands of gold I'm talking about, and that would be huge. But what we're going to go ahead and do is actually go to the keep again, go to the dungeon, and donate the prisoner who is actually still in our care. So we'll drop him off. He doesn't give us anything. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to stick from there. Ira, who is the daughter of the Southern Empire, the leader, is actually a marriable thing and has one of the best horses in the game. But let's see. What can we do for ourselves? What can we do in this little area? I was thinking of doing something. The smithy, of course, that's what I was forgetting. We have enough energy to continue to smelt down some stuff. So we're going to take our wonderful Pugios. Do I not have Pugios on me? I thought I had them. Perhaps I did not unlock them. So that's pretty unfortunate. But we have a CX here, which is actually, again, worth some pretty decent amount of resources. So we're going to go ahead and smelt them down. And is there anything else worth a major? A slightly rigid flesh, yeah. We'll definitely take that too. That gives us some steel and iron. That's not half bad. So what we're going to do, our smithy is now level 10. It's not a whole lot, but we can try to refine some hardwood and some charcoal because we definitely need more. We've run out of energy. Pretty unfortunate, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of anything else for us to do for this episode. We're actually running pretty close, so let's see if there's anything mid that we can kind of get our eyes on. Ooh, what is Garios going to do? Let's check that real quick. It looks like he might be going to siege something. He's besieging Lycaron, so we're going to go help. This is actually perfect. I don't have any influence to actually vote for myself, but if we can help with this battle, I'm more than willing to put some men's lives on the line, including my own, to get this city. Because if we do, oh, that's going to be something very nice. So what we're going to wait and do is to wait and see if an army shows up for next time. And once the siege actually starts, then we'll join. Because again, the AI can be a little bit finicky when it actually wants to defend or attack a city when it's trying to siege. But with only half the numbers of the attacking army, there's a very little chance, a very low chance the siege is going to go wrong with any major casualties on our side. But yeah, that's something for next episode, something I'm very much looking forward to, and I'm sure you guys are as well. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the episode, folks. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more in the future, you know what to do. This has been Jumpin' Quills, and I'll see you folks in the next one.